I have this wooden frame wall sign. I got it from Hobby Lobby and it measures 13.5 by 18.5 inches. And I'm going to take my truck stencil that I got from Studio R12 and I'm just going to put it to the left side of the board. And using some Republic Red from Wise Owl, I'm going to start dabbing over my stencil. Now you can see here I have a foam dabber and 2 paper plates. I like to dab my paint on and then dab some off before going to my stencil. I'm going to cover everything with the Republic Red except for the tires, and I'm going to use a smaller foam dabber and do my tires in Wise Owl Black. And again, a very small amount of paint is needed, as too much paint will just bleed underneath the stencil. And once that was covered, I just removed the stencil. Next, I'm going to take some jute. You can buy a roll of this right from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to paint some strands using the Wise Owl Black paint. Now, if you have black string or black yarn, that would work fine. But I had none on hand, so I'm just going to paint my jute black. And I just did 3 long strands. I didn't measure, but I would say these are about 8 to 10 inches long. And I'm just taking a paper towel just to wipe off any extra paint, and then I allowed those to fully dry. I have these wooden hearts. I got them from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint 2 of them with the Wise Owl Black, and then 2 of them with the Wise Owl Snow Owl. And then the 2 that are painted already red, I'm just going to cover with the Wise Owl Republic Red, as I didn't want a bright red on there. Once all the hearts were dry, I'm just going to scatter them above the bed of the pickup truck. You could place these however you want. So I just kind of messed around with them until I felt like I was happy with how they were flowing out of the bed of the truck. Using my hot glue gun, I'm just going to glue the one end of the jute to the back of the wood hearts. And I'm going to do this on each wooden heart. And I'm going to just cut the jute so that it's at least reaching the bed of the truck. And once I had all the wood hearts with a piece of jute attached, I'm just going to start trimming them and gluing them to my board. And I want the other end that's not connected to the back of the wood heart, I want it to just be coming out of the bed of the truck. And then you can kind of put a little curl in the jute so that it almost looks like it's blowing in the wind. And now these are heart balloons. I'm just using a very small amount of hot glue to secure the jute down on the board. And some of them, the strands were too long, so I just cut it and re-glued it to the back of the heart. Again, there's really no exact measurement. I just did it based on how I liked it laying there. And then once I had those all in place, I have this red and white striped ribbon, and I'm just going to make a very small bow, and I'm just going to glue it so that it's covering where all of the jute was glued down here in the bed of the truck. So this is the string that is tying all of the balloons together. I had these banner pieces. I get these from Michael's, and I'm going to paint 3 of them with the Wise Owl Snow Owl. And I'm just going to allow those to fully dry. I'm going to put them in the top left corner of my board. And then I have these wood laser letter cutouts, and I have an I and a U. And I'm going to go back to the red and white striped string, and I'm just going to string it through my banner. I'm just going to trim the ends so that I just have a small amount, and using the hot glue, I'm going to secure it to my board. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And you can also just use the hot glue to hold the banners down so they're not flopping all over the place. And then I'm gluing the I on the first banner, the U on the third banner, and then I have these felt hearts that I'm going to stick in the center banner. And then again, I just took my Wise Owl Republic red and just went over the red so all of my reds were matching. And once everything was fully dry, I'm just taking my Wise Owl salve and my 2-inch palm brush, and I'm just using this as my top coat for my project. And there we go. This is just a very easy, fun farmhouse Valentine's Day wall hanging. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Paint products can be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials on our webpage as well. Have a great day.